2023. Tiffany, would you please call roll call or call to order?
Yes. Kevin Neef.
Here.
Jerry Monahan.
Here.
Jim Craig. Kenny Jones.
Here.
Jim Langmo. Lisa Jepson.
Here. All right, we have a quorum. We will proceed. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. All right, we have a quorum and we'll proceed to approval of the agenda. I do want to call to, oh, no, that was the minutes. Sorry, approval of the agenda. May I have a motion to approve the agenda? Or I'm sorry, I'll get it. Pat, any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda.
All right, no changes to the agenda. May I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I'll so move.
Kenny has moved. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Sherry has seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion is approved. Next item, the approval of the April 24th, 2023 regular minutes. I do want to call to people's attention the fact that we did amend the minutes to reflect the resolution in the exact wording that I read it. So the minutes accurately reflect the motion on which the council voted. So that was the reason for the change. If you have had an opportunity to read those minutes, would you feel comfortable making a motion to approve the minutes? Kevin has moved. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
That was a tie. Tie goes to Kenny by virtue of seniority. All right. Kenny has seconded. May I have a vote, please? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All right, motion carries. Number 4, Pat, Community Development Director's Report. What would you like to tell us about Hiawatha East, second edition, final plat?
It went through council without any flaws or reconsideration. It was a very minor update, and that was just basically a lot division. But of course, as you remember, it was complicated by some easements that were involved with that project.
And by went through, you mean council approved?
That's correct.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for Pat regarding the past projects about which he is speaking?
I asked him about one that's future that's doing.
Fire away, Kenny.
And it's over here where the court was off of Robbins Road. And a company has got the right, they're taking all the trees down and everything over there.
Okay.
And they got a permit to move dirt, is that right?
That is correct.
And remove the trees, so.
That
And
project,
it's right by the American Legion on down the street there, just a little ways.
a lot of people would recognize it as Oak Brook.
Yes.
If you're a native to
Yep.
the area. And it is tied up with a developer in 4 phases. That's also a planned unit development, which you'll remember went through planning and zoning and council. That is inclusive of some multifamily and mixed use buildings. Hopeful that it will get started.
That was a project about a year ago, wasn't it?
Probably longer than that.
Yeah, really, yeah.
I think it's going on 4.
All right. So before we move on to new business, I would like to enter into the minutes our congratulations to our former Planning and Zoning Commission member, Jeff Cater. Jeff has been appointed to fill the open seat on Hiawatha City Council. And we want to thank, in the minutes, we want to thank Jeff Cater for his wonderful service to planning and zoning and wish him well on the council. Now we're ready for new business. I'll read the resolution, ask for a motion and a second, and then we will pepper Pat with questions. No, we'll just let Pat tell us everything we need to know about this. All right, so consider for resolution for recommendation to City Council to approve the final PUD submitted by Holland Hall Engineers for the property known as ARRO Senior Apartments located at 875 Edgewood Road, Hiawatha, Iowa. May I have a motion to approve the resolution?
Make a motion.
Kevin has moved.
I'll second.
Sherry gets the second. All right, Pat, could you speak to the details of this recommendation, please?
Yeah, we'll put the new revised elevation or rendition up there of the building. So we all are on the same page talking about the newest project. Part of the information in your packet included a plan review that we did as staff, which is inclusive of the city engineer, fire chief, building inspector, myself. And we put together a plan review for them with some of the details. And this is in the minutia, which you're probably not going to see too much of. But I would say that the items that community development put forth are the ones that are going to be most visible in the project. And the new revised plans that they recently submitted, we were not able to get that to you in a timely fashion, but we did eventually get them on the site. And so if you had a chance to look at them, they did make revisions to the site plan, and they did add stormwater calculations that did comply with our request. So if you look at my memorandum to planning and zoning, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the last items, there were 5 bullet points. And of those 5 bullet points, 4 are obviously answered. The 5th one, which is the submittal of exterior lighting photometrics, is usually not submitted until the electrical contractor is picked, and then they supply those photometrics at that point. So that's really the only outstanding item as far as community development is concerned. The details from the engineer all have to do with the way things are designated on the plans. And he is also satisfied with those and with the stormwater submittal. So, and I do not believe there are any changes, no significant changes to the original approval.
So would I be correct in summarizing that the city's requests have been met and that the city is satisfied with the proposal?
That is correct,
All except for one, right?
except for the photometrics.
But you've said that that is in keeping with standard practice, that can be handled at a later date.
That is correct.
Does not concern you at this stage of development.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also on the, they're minus a little bit on their green space. I don't know, that's 1% is not very much, but I mean, they're also a little bit short of that. Also, they're planting the trees on city property instead of theirs by the engineer.
Yes, by the engineer, but that is one of the changes that they mentioned, that they have submitted as a correction. So the trees are not on the right of way, they are actually on their private property now.
Okay,
And the green space that you're referring to, that's an old issue that was approved with preliminary, they have not reduced it.
okay. Then another thing, the one building there on Miller, it's only 15 feet away from the Edgewood Road project. Is this building gonna be 15 or 20 feet where it's supposed to be?
20 feet.
Okay.
Do any of my other fellow commissioners have questions? We can ask Pat, we can ask the developer.
I have done.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you for producing the updated rendering. The aesthetics of the building was a point of concern of many of our citizens. And I want to give a shout out to my the Wolf Creek Condo Association. Several board members, I think, worked collaboratively with the developer. Thank you for that. That's great to see those partnerships where we can express our concerns. We do want to be responsive as a body to the concerns of our citizens. And I was pleased that that was resolved with citizen developer partnerships. So thank you for that. Good stuff.
Can I, why is the rendering acting like it's on a corner when it's not? It just, because there's also no walkway.
Right.
So it's like,
It actually is on a corner, but
oh,
it's a
Right.
shared access. That's
And-
like a private street.
Going into fair.
So you
Right.
only see the sidewalk on one. It's
But
not,
you're right.
it's not an exact,
It doesn't show the building that resides beside it.
but the building, yeah, the
Mhm.
building finishes are what we're, is what they're trying to do. And there aren't any overhead lines there.
Right,
So
right.
that's a good question.
I
right.
just didn't think there was, from what I read, that there's no sidewalk on Edgewood either on that side. So,
There will be.
There will be.
oh, okay,
Yes,
Got it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
okay.
There is a sidewalk there.
yeah, there is. Yeah,
It
There-
goes all the way past, it goes skirts the corner, goes right
It
past
does.
the fairway.
Okay.
It's just,
it goes both.
It's a small,
Mhm,
it's not the 4-footer like we've been putting in.
It's not like a
It's,
trail.
What is
mhm.
it, 3 foot?
It's not 3 foot.
Okay.
I'm,
I'm not sure what the dimension
I
is, but
believe that is, I can't remember.
I think it's a little more narrow than the trail width that we're used to, but it's not
It's
super
not a
narrow.
full trail width.
Right, but it's
not a
closer, closer than not, yeah.
it's just, and then there's one on the west side too now, a brand new one
hmm
that they put up
Mhm.
on through there. Goes right
Yes,
past
the
my,
city did put a sidewalk on.
yes. So there's a sidewalk on both sides.
hmm But yeah, my understanding is the rendition was for the purposes of the exterior aesthetics, because that was a big point of concern at the public meeting for the people who attended.
And the sidewalk in the plan is a 5 foot wide
Mhm.
sidewalk, which is now the city standard for
Yep.
sidewalks.
Good questions. What other questions can we answer? Pat, you're getting off easy today.
Yeah.
I know it, getting all those ducks in a row like you always do. All right. Quack, quack. Thank you, Kenny. She'll make sure and make a special note in the minutes. Quack, quack. Kenny, when we ask for your vote, we'd like you to just say aye. All right, I believe we are ready for calling the motion to vote. Tiffany.
Sherry Monahan,
Aye.
Kevin Neef,
Aye.
Kenny Jones,
Aye.
Lisa Jepson.
Aye. Okay. Any further business, commissioners? Home in time for dinner. Very good.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Kenny has moved to adjourn. Kevin will second. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. We are out of here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You didn't even get to hear my prepared remarks.
Well, you give it to us now.